Hey guys, Andy Parton again answering some questions today. Today I got 4 questions from parents about different recruiting topics. The first one says, my son wants to know how to generate initial interest from college coaches. Should he be sending videos to coaches, rely on high school coaches to get the word out, etc.? All right. So, getting the initial interest, let's just say if you want to get the initial interest from college coaches, you got to be good. You got to be really good. Um, I think kids and parents today, it's just such a fashionable topic, like the recruiting process. I'm going to play college baseball. That's great. Well, so does everybody else. They all want to, every kid wants to do the same thing. So you've got to be good. You've got to worry more about development. So, when you do get in front of those college coaches, you've got something that they're going to want. Too many kids lack the skill, the strength, the speed, to interest a college coach, but we spend so much time, thinking about it, how can we get in front of these guys, or how do we generate interest from these college coaches? Well, the number one way to get interest from college coaches is to be really good. Yeah, I mean, that's plain and simple. All right. So let's say you are good. To get it, the best ways is, references I think are really good. When you play for a team like the Dirtbags and you have the ability to play at a certain level, we're going to communicate with those college coaches about you. If you can't play, in the ACC, but you really want to, we can't call those ACC coaches and go, hey man, we got a guy, and then he goes and sees him, and you can't play at that level. And there's nothing wrong with that, but we can't. I'm saying there's nothing wrong with you not being able to play at that level, but there's something very much wrong if we tell those coaches that you can play at a certain level, but you can't. So we lose some credibility and some trust. So references are really good. Try to get in front of those coaches. You've got to get in front of coaches. Um, at games, at their camps, at showcases, tournaments, whatever. You've got to get in front of those guys. And you've got to initiate the contact yourself. You need to let those coaches know. Shoot those coaches an email and say, Coach, I'm really interested in your program. This is who I am. This is who I play for. Here's a video of me, a link of me. And try to see what happens there. But definitely the combination of all of that combined is the best way. There's no magic pill. There's no magic ingredient that's gonna get you recruited. You got to be really good. Then you got to have some references. That will call on your behalf. You need to initiate the contact. Then you've got to get in front of those coaches. Yeah, like I said, at the camps, games, showcases, whatever. You've got to get in front of those guys. So hopefully that helps answer that one. All right, what are coaches looking for in a player at games? So they stand out above other players. What are they looking for? Well, I mean, they're looking for tools, man. They're looking for ability. They're not looking for kids with great smiles. I mean, that the kids that play hard every play. Yeah, that's important. But man, they're looking for ability. Guys with some talent, guys with tools. Guys that play hard, guys that are great teammates. Guys that are trying to make everybody else around them better. And then the little things, man, that's going to take some digging about their makeup, man. They're a great teammate. Do they show up on time? Do they work? But look, the thing that's going to draw interest immediately is your ability, is your skill level. What do you do well on the field? Are you a really good runner? All right. Do you really play the small ball game well? You run the bases well. You're just a dirtbag, man. You're playing hard and, making a lot of hard contact and, cheering on your teammates. Coaches love that stuff. Or are you the bigger, stronger guy, man, who just, takes, gangster hacks and hits the ball over the fence and drives the ball to the gap? You're a real threat in the box, man. You're an RBI machine, whatever. Are you that kind of guy on the mound? Are you the left-handed guy that can really, dot it up and can change speeds and you control the running game? Are you an arm? Are you a right-handed guy that does the same thing? Or maybe you've got a big arm with a lot of velocity and you can really spin it. So it really depends on what position you play, what coaches are going to look for. But the first thing they're going to look for is the skill level, man, the ability. And once you can draw them in with that, then they're going to do some homework, man. They're going to try to get to know you. They're going to talk to your coaches about you. They're going to find out as much information as possible about you from a makeup standpoint. So number one, man, be good. All right. Next question. Should a player contact a coach if he wants to play at that college? Well, that sounds like a good idea. I would. Why are you going to wait? These college coaches, I think people, parents and players, they think there's just some huge database and you're in it, and these coaches are just going to start recruiting you. It's not going to happen, unless you're just, on a different level, but if you're, a good player, you've got to initiate the contact, man. And we've talked about that in these other videos, and I'll continue to talk about it, is you've got to initiate the contact, man. Shoot those coaches an email, use your references, if you got some video, shoot them some video and let those coaches know, man, hey, coach, I'm really interested in your program. I want to help you win games. I want to help represent you. That's what I would do. I would certainly contact the coaches and have other people contact the coaches on your behalf. And then if you can get, to their camps or get in front of those guys, that's great. Hopefully, something will happen from that. All right. So the last question we've got today it's a great one. How do you look for a diamond in the rough? Well, how do you look for a diamond in the rough? I don't know. I mean, that's a diamond in the rough. If I'm a college coach or a pro scout or, if I'm just Andy out watching games, I think that's what's going to happen. You're just going to stumble upon someone. Several years ago, I was watching one of our catchers, Matt Roberts, play at a game. He played for Graham, and then I was at McMichael High School. And I was watching Matt Roberts play. It was a first round of the playoffs, and then I was off to the side, and I saw this reliever come in, right-handed kid, kind of, thin, just kind of goofy-looking dude, man. He gets on the mound, and it just wham! So his ball just jumped out of his hand, and I was like, holy smokes, I'm going to get a radar on this guy, man. So I walk behind the plate. I have to work. If you've ever been to McMichael High School, you got that little that crowd of the local dudes. They're back there, man. So I weeded myself through them, and I held the radar gun up, man. I think he was like 93 first pitch. He was like 91, 93, maybe he touched a 94. And I'm like, holy smokes, who's this guy? So I'm asking the local guys, and they tell me that's Alan Webster. He's a senior. I said, where's he going to go play in college? He said, well, I don't think he's going to go play in college. So I said, look, show me his dad. So I go find his dad. His dad's sitting on the top row of the bleachers. I'm on the ground, and I'm introducing myself to him. Hey, how are you? My name's Andy. This is what I do. Have you ever heard of me? And he said, no. I said, well, is your son interested in playing college baseball? He said, no, he's going to go, work on the tobacco field or, with me. I'm like, well, look, man, do you mind if I tell some college coaches and pro scouts about your son? Absolutely. So he gave me his phone number. I wrote an article the next day, and I'm going to say damn near close to all 30 area scouts called me. Things really picked up. The guy had 10 or 15 scouts at the next game. He went on to get drafted by the Dodgers. He ended up pitching the big leagues. And he's still playing professional baseball right now. So there you go. That's how you find a diamond in the rough. You stumble upon, a super talented kid. And I've got a bunch of stories like that. I mean, I could go on all day, but that was a pretty good one right there. So hopefully those help you guys, and keep those questions pumping in, man. I'm excited to answer these for you guys. Send them to thedirtbagsbaseball@gmail.com. So we'll see you next time.